Awesome. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Another fun night, hopefully headed for us. I was kind of, I didn't know what I was going to do tonight, to be honest with you. I did some work on the Cookson Soap Company today. I was basically sitting in this chair most of today, just getting some things done, some cleanup done, getting some stuff, minor stuff out of the way. Yeah, that's pretty much been my entire morning. So, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. So what we're going to do tonight, the building for the most part, aside from a few little trinkets here and there, is pretty much done. I will show it to you in a moment. Like I said, there's a few things that I want to get cleaned up. There's a few things that I haven't done yet. But all of the accessories I haven't done yet. So I was working on them this morning. I got them primed. I got them all sanded down. I got them in a condition where we're ready to paint them. So I thought maybe we could sit here and just paint some small things tonight and see how that goes. So that's probably my main goal. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that need to get painted. I'm going to need your opinion on some of them. And we'll just see how that goes, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, we're going to mix up some paint colors. I'm going to show you some of the things that we worked on Friday night that are finished up and now either on the model or need to go on the model, and we'll get there. Whether we're going to you're going to paint your nails too. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Sparky, I'm not going to paint my nails tonight, but I was doing painting earlier, and I had paint all over my hands and then washed them just to be presentable for you, my man. So there you go. Sparky is here. The accessories isn't the fun part. Yeah, I know it is not. The main building is majority of the fun part, but the accessories are what make the details. The details are, the devil is in the details. That's what I'm trying to spit out. So yeah, that's where we're gonna go. There's only 6 of them. Actually, I think there's only 5 of them. One of them I think was left over on my desk from another build that I didn't use, and I threw it in there since I was just using the primer to get things done. You want our opinions? Seriously, have you watched this crowd and this show? Listen, I can't do this all on my own, Steve. I do need, some help every so often. You know me, if I do it, I'm just going to screw it up. And even though that's what I know you guys are here to see, I at least want you guys to be a part of it. So let's see how it goes. I commented on Ray Boebel's Facebook reminder for tonight. Rick, who's that thing that added a picture of the build Rick sent with his poster? I'm not sure what that means. Who added a picture of the build Rick sent with his poster? I don't know. You're going to have to explain that one to me, James. I don't remember sending anything. Yeah, kind of threw me off track there. All right. So, I've got everything kind of set up on the board here, but I know you guys, you're not ready to see me and hang with me yet. You all guys want to see Rita. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get Rita up here, because I know you guys love her as much as I do. Here comes Rita. Getting everything set up on the workbench over there. Hey, Artie loved the photo tour the other day. Yeah, that's I missed it, but now I guess I have to go get it, because I got to go see it, because who can give up a good photo tour? All right, so let's jump over to I missed a whole bunch of things, didn't I? My name's Rick, and this is Sidetrack Sunday. It is, what is it? Today is the 31st of May. It's the last weekend in May. So I got picked for the last show, or I think I actually picked myself. So yeah, Sidetrack Sunday. Sidetrack Sunday is a show that me and a bunch of guys do on a Sunday night around 8 o'clock. Most of us are here for model train stuff. If not all of us are here for model train stuff. Some of us are just here for the goofiness. That'd be me. So definitely check out the guys from Sidetrack Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and post their channels and names in the chat. Oh, look, it said hello to me. Check that out. Hi, how you doing? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Check out the guys. Check out their page, their descriptions. Their links. I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't know why I just chose to speed up. Their links are all in my description page, and they're right there in chat. So definitely check the guys out, subscribe, like all their stuff, watch all their videos. They're amazing people. And then there's me. So go figure. But yeah, so that's it. And of course, as just a reminder, my name is Rick Bailey, and this is the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad. Welcome in, Dan. Good to have you here. Thanks for stopping in. Let's jump over to the STS schedule since we're talking about those guys. So this is for June. We got the updated schedule. Thank you, John, for putting a rush on that and getting that for us. It's good to have it and show. So next week, as always, the first week of the month is always John Schuykill River Valley, or as we know him, J2. I am going to be here next week. So next week, you'll have another double header. Or not, I'm sorry, not next week. John is next week. The second week of June, the 14th, I will be back. So you'll get another double header in 2 weeks. Following me up will be Bob from PK&W Model Works, so make sure you check him out. And then coming up on the 4th week of the month will be Ray Boebel over at the over at his channel. I'm just losing it tonight. I am not prepared at all. The Boeville and Newtown Railroad. There we go. So again, check out those guys, see how they're going. Let's see who's here. Let's jump over to the participants list and find out exactly what's going on and who's saying hi. I do know that Greg from Midsummer Railway, if he's not on the list, I know he was here earlier. He got the cookie. He was the first one in and mentioned that he was going to be lurking in the background. So just say hi to Greg. No, Greg is there. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. Al Marr is in the house. Welcome in, Al. Aussie America is here. Good to see you, friend. Chuck Schreiber is here. It's nice to see you, Truck. Truck. I got another word that rhymes with that, but we're live on YouTube, so we're not going to go there. Dan from Dan's Model Railway Journey is here. James is here from the Dundas Junction. In a minute, I'm going to stop talking because I don't think I've gotten through 5 words without making a mistake. What is wrong tonight? I am here from the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad. Andy from Hot Dog Pilot Andy is here. Joe Rader from the Black Rock Central is here. Dwight from the Curly Express is here. Lynn McCurdy is here, and Alan is here from the Mason-Dixon. Good to see you, my friend. Model Train Aficionado, that's Chris. He's here. New Fenris Railroad is here. Long time no see. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Bob from PK&W Model Works is in the house. Ray Bertelson is here. Ray Boebel is also here. And Ray Central is also here. We got a lot of Rays here tonight. Awesome. Ron Moen is in the house. Of course, J2, that's John from the Schuykill River Valley, is here. Sparky 107 is in the house. Welcome in. Thomas Grassi is here. Wigwag Workshop is in the house. Welcome in, 3Dub. And bringing up the bottom of the list, replacing Wigwag, is Willow Creek Brad. Good to see you, my friend. Let me just scroll up here and see if there's anybody that I missed. Backfire Epsilon is here. Good to see you on a Sunday night, my friend. You're usually here on my Friday shows. I think that's it. I think we got everybody, unless I'm scrolling through and not seeing something. Tom Grassi, did I say hi to Tom Grassi? Good to see you. I saw a bunch of you guys over in Dwight's debacle this afternoon on his channel. I hope that's all going well and he's got that fixed. If not, you got a great non-powered loco there. So if you guys didn't catch that, go back and look at Dwight's video is live from this morning. He was struggling a little bit, but it was a great show to watch. So let's jump over here to the side cam. I don't have a lot to say, but this is my little segue into saying, hey, let's get down on the workbench. So we're going to do that too. Again, I've got the phone cam set up. I guess we're going to call that the droid cam. The phone cam is set up. I think I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to get rid of that rig above because this is like 3 weeks in a row that I haven't used it now. So that's going to go away and we'll just we'll stick with the droid cam. I like the quality. It seems to be doing its job. If anybody wants any information on how to do that or how I have it set it up, just hit me up and let me know. And I could surely help you out. Everybody still looks like they're over in chat saying hi. Rick, I sent you a picture. James, I can't see it right now because my phone is set up for the camera. So, I can't do that. Turn your mic to a better spot. Okay. Well, hopefully now being over, I mean, it's blah right there. Is that a better spot for you, Sparky? Do you like that? I'm fading in and out audio wise. It could be maybe this, maybe am I fading because of this? I'll turn the gain up a little bit on the microphone and you let me know if that helps. Rick's working biggest joke for this week. Rick working biggest joke of the, I don't get that. Are you saying that me working is a joke? Well, yeah, that could be true. That could be true. You sound good to me. All right, look, hey, yeah, don't do that. Stop moving. Oh, it's me moving. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just keep my hand here on the microphone, and as I move, if I move, I'll move it with me. Does that sound better? We'll just do this, okay? I thought you were buzz cutting this weekend. What happened? Yeah, no, I was going to, and then I got lazy and I didn't get around to it. But hey, listen, I was nice enough to put a little mousse in it. I did spruce up for you guys. So, you know, I've got a better look than just the frizz. So be thankful for that. Hey, Sparky, is this better? Just wanted to make sure you got everything. Okay. All right. So let's jump down over to the droid cam. Let's see what's on the workbench. And this is it. This is it. We're gonna do this and see if this works. I don't see Bullwinkle. Let me get some focus here. See if it'll focus in. All right. So what do we got? Well, we got a chimney. Put my hand up here. We got a chimney with a little smokestack. We got a little vent, a curved vent there. We got a pallet with some cinder blocks on it. That's the back side of a mailbox that's going to go on to the side of the building. We've got a 55 gallon drum there. This came from Bob over at PK&W. He was able to get one from his layout and just shrink it down for me. So we got to figure out a way to put his logo on there, and then that'll serve well right next to the building here. This here was a smokestack or a funnel kind of thing. I don't think it was included with this kit, but it was sitting on the workbench, so I figured I would just prime it up and leave it at that. Yeah. So, but before we get to painting those, let's get the focus set here. I want to show you the things that I did on the building today while I was hanging out here doing nothing but working on this. So I need some sort of I'll just use a stick. How about that? A pointer. Yeah, that's not going to work because that's completely black. All right. Well, we'll try it. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Let's go with this. All right. So I told you guys I had some mistakes, and even today I found some more mistakes. Something you could do live, Rick. Clear cutting the trees. Something I could do, clear cutting the trees. I'm not sure what that. You guys are all confusing the heck out of me tonight. He's lying. Rita is bringing over her sister after the show. That's why. Listen, shh. Artie, we talked about that. We can't say those things here. Hey, Rusty's in the house. Welcome in, bud, from the Possum Bayou. Thanks for stopping in. Opa Dodge just jumped in the house. Hey, everybody. Joe Rader says haircut. Oh, that's Buzz cutting the trees? Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that live. Not at all. I'm not inviting you guys into the bathroom while that all happens. That's a different kind of show. Okay, so a couple things that happened. I got the two roofs put on, this one here and this one here. I actually got a little lazy. There's a section over here that should have, you see I put straight panels here. Well, I should have put straight panels here, but I really didn't feel like doing it all over again. So what I did is when I originally made these, they were long. They were like this long. And so I just cut those off to fit the building on both sides. And I used those panels and just put them here. So there's actually 4 small panels there. And I know it doesn't look exactly the way it should, but I honestly don't care. It's something different. It's something unique. If the roof leaks when it rains, it's not my problem. I don't live there. So not a big deal at all. Over here, you guys remember I had a gap in the building over there. So I just took a piece of bracing and I put it in there. And that's when I realized that, well, if the bracing is not straight, then that means the whole upper half is not straight. And I didn't realize that before. And now I'm seeing, you can notice it because of the gap right there in the roof. I think that's supposed to be straight. We're going to say that it leans back for drainage. How about that? When it rains, that's the slope for drainage. So I'm going to leave that at that. I don't care at this point. It is what it is. It's a background building. No one's going to really notice it. They're going to look and say, wow, that's a really nice building. And I'm going to leave it at that. I did add a small little piece of tar paper here to cover up the gap that was there. The last one that I did was over here on this wall. If you remember, we had that big gap there. So now we've got a piece of trim that's in there. While I was over here working on the dock, I got the dock. Let me do this. Hold on. I'm going to come down here, focus down here, and then zoom in a little bit. There we go. All right. So I got the dock put on. Now, again, to you guys, you can't see the color, and the white of the camera is just blaring it all out white. I did go over it with a cream color, and then I went over it again with like a dark wash of Payne's Gray, which is kind of like a blackish color. Hey, Grandpa Rails is in the house. Welcome in, bud. No roof peak caps. Are you talking about like up here on this? No, I don't think I'm gonna put them on. I honestly don't know why. What I tried to do down here, which didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it to, but I did have that overlapped, and I was gonna leave it like that, where it looked like one was overlapping the other, but I didn't accommodate for the amount that I was going to have to bend that to get it glued onto the thing. Now that I'm looking at it on camera, there is quite a bit of a gap in there, so I'm going to have to put that on. If not, they're going to get all kinds of rain inside there. So yeah, I'm going to have to put the cap on those. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Just giving me more work. So while I was down here working with the dock and getting the dock put on, I did realize that I put it together, and I did go back and put putty in the cracks to make it look like it's all one piece. Dwayne from Fork and Spoon Railroad is here. Good to see you. So after I got it all painted and all colored and everything, and I went and I just glued it in place, and I didn't pre-fit it, and I didn't that's not work. It is work for me. I didn't pre-fit it, and I realized that now the dock is too big and it's kind of hanging out there. So depending on how this is going to sit on the next layout, that may be an eyesore. I'm not sure. I really can't. I mean, if I'm afraid to push it, I might be able to push it and glue it. I could probably do that. Yeah, I could do that. All right, maybe we'll do that. But as I was looking here and finding out, like, you know, what I wanted to do on the dock and just imagining the things I could do, or the bay. I think it's a dock. Is it a bay? I don't know. Is it the dock by the bay? We could do it that way. So then I was sitting here and looking and realizing, and then went, oh crap, there's this big gap up here on the damn roof. And I don't think there's anything that I could do to fix that. So that happened because when I put this on, I didn't push the roof back far enough. I can't even push it together to make the gap disappear. So I got a gap there. A lot of gaps here. But I'm not going to pay attention to that. I don't think that's going to show at all. I don't think I'm going to light this building at all. Oh, you know what we have to do? We got to add the back part on here. That's right. There's a thingy here. Hold on. Let's go in the bot. Wait, Sparky. Sorry, I forgot to move the microphone. Hold on. There's a back piece that they printed. Hold on. The microphone's coming back. You watching? All right, here we go. So let's zoom back up. So this is the back. It's just a piece of, I thought it would have been thicker, but it looks like it's just construction paper. And this is supposed to get glued onto here. And it actually fits pretty well. And then that would be the conclusion of the building. And again, you would need that if you were going to light it up, because you could see through the windows. Those three. Oh, I did go and sand this down too. Remember the thingy was wobbly? I started sanding it, and then I was having a really tough time sanding it. It wasn't working that well. Keeps it up. I'm just going to mute. Don't mute me. So I did wind up I was trying to sand it, but it was taking too long and there was too much of it. So I did wind up taking my number 17 blade, my flat blade here, and I just kind of sculpted out and removed most of what's in there. And then I sat back and I realized, you know, that piece, because it's behind the window, it's not really structural in nature. I could have just went in with my Dremel and took that whole side out, but I didn't think about that until after I got it all done. I would paint the wall. Wait a minute. Can't use glue small black inside the concrete dock to support the edge to be re-glued. No, because you can't see inside. There's no way in. Well, oh, wait, under here. Yeah, you would have to get in there to do it. If you see, there's like a faded line. There's a white, see the white? And now I'm covering it. You could see where it's shining through. I would have to get all the way down there in order to do it. But I'm not that worried about it. No one's going to see it. And if they do, oh, well, it is what it is. I would paint the wall black. And that is what I am planning. Oh, it must be for another comment, not for me. That looks pretty good, Rick, and the dock sticking out is pretty common. You know, I did go back and look at the picture here. Let's jump over here. Here is the picture that is directly from Foscale Models. I took this from their website, and you could see they have the dock that goes right up against the door there, or against the wall there. So, you know, to each their own. So I also noticed that they have a pallet that's here that's empty, and the pallet that they gave me was has concrete blocks on it. Not sure exactly why, because there's nothing in this kit that is concrete with concrete cinder blocks, yet it's a soap company and they've got cinder blocks. That doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. Another thing that I noticed, jump back here to the camera real quick, that I didn't add, that I will add, I had a whole bunch. You know how when you've got a project, especially like a kid's bike, and you build a kid's bike, you got all those extra screws. Well, I got all this extra wood, and I had no idea what it was for. And the only thing that I could think of that I missed was there is trim work that needs to go under each roof. So I will be doing that and getting that done on both of those. But other than that, I've got all this extra wood. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to glue this on real quick, and then we're going to let that sit because we're going to move on to something else. No, I'm not going to do that. Remember what we were doing last week. This is how the hoist came out. So that's the thingy that we built inside the jig. And the little hoist thing. So now this has to go on the roof. And then there's a string that came with it. And the string has to go up and over and go down towards the dock. So that's what we were fighting with the last time that we were here, the other night. So mask the wall where the building will sit and paint the shape of the building black. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Are you building the same kit? Are you building the same kit? Who's got the same kit? I have that same kit to put together, waiting. All right, well, listen. Go back at my lives and look how I built it, and then don't build it that way. Come on, focus in. There we go. Okay. Now it's all out of focus. There we go. It's okay to be different. We're all different. Yeah. Cinder block soap. Well, I guess, I mean, you could. Cool Luke B40. Good evening, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone bring donuts? No, nobody brought donuts. I wish somebody would. Imagine a tree has wood. Lynn, that could be said in a couple different ways there, my friend. You got to watch. Rick should ask the AI how to fix that spot. Yeah, me and AI, we don't get along. Simple questions turn into arguments. Jason Jensen is my teacher. Jeff Sykes. Yes, I watch Jason Jensen a lot. I've learned a lot from him, and he does an awesome job. And I do have a bunch of his kits. I have built them from time to time. So you'll find them here on my channel too, and they will definitely be seen. Wow, even Foscale Models has that upper area crooked. You know, they do. They have it crooked on the one side. There's no other picture other than this on their website, so I don't know if the side view has it crooked either. Wood doesn't grow on trees. The wood is the tree. Yeah, Ray, that is true. He's been fighting with his AI girlfriend again. No, she's not AI. She just listens. Rita is like the best girlfriend of all. I only have to deal with her once a week. She's only here for a couple of seconds, sometimes twice a week when I'm on Sidetrack Sunday, and she always smiles and never says a word. There's no argument there. I still have the biggest bridge. I'm only going to say this once. Mark this day in history. Ray is correct. He's got the biggest bridge. That's all I'm saying about that. Now I'm not talking anymore. I'm getting to my project. All right, let's glue this. Let's glue this together because I'm not doing anything else, and might as well. So I was going to put the hoist on, but I think I'm going to wait on the hoist because I don't want to hit it while I'm fidgeting with this building, and I'm going to wind up knocking it off and breaking it, and that's not something that I can recreate. Ray, you got me all frazzled now. You wait until I get my bridge back. I'm going to make it even longer, and I may add a third track to it. Ray, your bridge is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I think you're the master at this point. I think you have the best bridge, but we got to give it to JD because I think JD has the most bridges. I can't even tell you how many I've seen on his layout. So out of the entire bridge crew, I now take third place. I don't have the biggest bridge. I don't have that many bridges. My only claim to fame is I had the biggest bridge at one point. James says frazzle dazzle. Hold your beers, folks. Yeah. All right. That actually went on pretty well, and you don't see it at all. So it fit perfectly. Awesome. So I'm just going to let that sit and dry. And we're going to work on some of these pieces here. I have the longest tunnel. Well, that could be true. That could be true. I'm holding my mimosas. Nice. Nice. All right. So let's get back to this. I do have some ideas. I do know that the mailbox, I want red. So I'm definitely going to paint that red. These here, you don't really have a choice. I don't know if I have a paintbrush that's small enough to get into those concrete blocks. If anybody is wondering, this is the primer that I've used. I've mentioned this on my show before. It is excellent. It is awesome. It is the only primer that I will ever buy. It is by Badger. It comes in a 3-part set. I am not advertising for Badger. I am just letting you know that this stuff is amazing. It is self-leveling and it dries very quickly. It is an acrylic water-based primer. It gets into all of the little cracks. Look at that. It just went all in there. It doesn't clump up, and it's just amazing stuff. It leaves all of your detail the way it should be. So check them out. I got it on Amazon. I'm sure you could buy it directly from Badger, but good stuff. So here's my question. I think the mailbox is going to go red. The palette is obviously going to go a brown and a gray color. The barrel, I think, is just going to go like a brownish rusted color. But then I've got this, and I've got this, and they are painted gray. I do plan on rusting them because that's what happens with old aluminum metal parts that are outside. But what other color other than like rust can you make metallic parts? I mean, new ones would be that shiny aluminum stuff. And I do have this, this like gray, shiny silver paint, that I got for, I don't even know where I got it. It's silver color. It's, Liquitex Basics acrylic. I do have that. It seems that you got to do like 3 or 4 coats of that stuff in order to do it. Smokestack will be black. Okay. So just go black. All right. You can almost leave your cinder blocks that color. Oh yeah. That's a good point. But you know, yeah. That's a very good point. I might just do that. Thank you. See, this is why I need suggestions. The only one on my layout is 4 foot long. Mr. Surfer Paste primers are better than anything out there, but lacquer based is so not for everyone. Okay. Hey, take it with a grain of salt. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. I'm not gonna, mess with anything. Whether everything with I think that's supposed to be a wash. Basic silver paint would look out like galvanized metal. The only thing I don't like about the silver paint is you have to do like multiple colors of it. Otherwise, it just looks gray with glitter on it. Vallejo primers are in my airbrush. Okay. All right. Bob, we've been through this already. Uh-oh, somebody's getting on Bob. For those blocks, just paint the palette a light brown. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So, I did go and clean my little paint trays today. So, let me zoom out a little bit just to give us some, I hate this. There we go. All right. I got in order for me to zoom, I have to I got to do a little pinchy thingy. Oh, there was one more. I do have this little smokestack. Oh, they didn't give me. Go back to the picture for a minute there. You see right over there, right over top of the double windows. See this? They didn't give me this. I don't know why. And I also am noticing. Look at the chimney. The chimney is just a chimney with no little fan thingy poking out of it, which is interesting. So I got a different chimney and I didn't get the exhaust thing there. So very weird. Very weird. But I do have this. I think this came from another build. So I could put that in there. But would that look weird with having the chimney with another? Then I wouldn't use that. If I used that, then I wouldn't use that. But I could still use that. Thanks, James. Appreciate it. Not for the galvanized. It looks gray with some shiny areas. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get to this because I've already been chattering. All right. I'm gonna do my mailbox first. My mailbox, I said, was going to be red. And I'm contemplating between Christmas red or this one, which is vermilion. This is more of an orange. I don't think I want to do the orange. I do have this, which is like, in my opinion, this is scarlet color. This reminds me of fire engine red, almost. I think I'm just going to go with this. I'm happy with this. The building probably isn't built to any code. Yeah, that's so true, Rusty. So true. All right. Don't need that much. So I'm only going to go with one drop there. Get our trusty thinner here. Little squirt. I think that's a little bit of too much of a squirt. Where's my paper towels? I got to take some of that out. Squirting too much over here. There we go. I think that's just about right. All right. Fancy dancy paintbrush. What are you trying to say, Bob? What did Bob say? I'm 68, Dwight. That gives me the right to repeat myself with impunity. I'm not going to argue that. And I'm not going to argue that because I'm just going to throw it out there that I'm 20 years younger. I'm more than 20 years younger. But I didn't want to go that far. All right. So let's get our little mailbox. You know what? I'm gonna need my glasses, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this together. I'm gonna have to. You're gonna get a zoom in because I can't be far back. I can't be far back and be under the camera at the same time. Maybe I'll have to do my radio voice since we're so up close and personal. Sparky, do you like the radio voice? Is the microphone within quality for you? So all of these parts, with the exception of the trash can, this guy, are all, I'm sorry, these are plastic too, because these are 3D printed. But this, and this are all metal. And like I said, they've been primed. And just in my experience, metal, even though the primer is on there, doesn't take paint very well. in my opinion, or at least not acrylic paints. So we're definitely going to have to come back over this at some point and do multiple coats. Because as you can see, hopefully you can see, that's very still much gray. I mean, it'll be weathered, but I still want it to be red. Yellow barrels. Sparky, because you requested it, we're going to go with a yellow barrel. Now, hold on. I got to pull the microphone over here so I can reach up for my colors. I'm even going to let you pick the color. Okay. We've got daffodil yellow. We've got regular just yellow. We've got lemon yellow. We've got a bright yellow. This one's not really a yellow. Well, yeah, it's a medium yellow. Yellow medium. Do you think I have enough yellow? Yeah, that's all the yellow I've got. So, Sparky, what I do watch videos from everyone. I just don't comment often. That's fine. Which yellow do you want here? I'm going to have to give you a timer because if you don't pick mellow yellow was so good. Model Train Aficionado says lemon yellow, mid yellow, or regular yellow. I like my yellow decaf. I don't know about you guys. Lemon yellow sounds good. Brighter, the better. Okay, so you can't get much brighter, in my opinion, than this. My only problem is this stuff doesn't coat well. Custom yellow, mix them with some red. Well, if I mix them with red, then it would just be orange. And if that was the case, then I would just go, I would just go a deep yellow. And I don't think that's deep yellow, if you ask me. It's just orange. I mean, we could go pure pumpkin. If you want that construction look. Purple yellow, Dwight says. Yellow and red be green. Yellow and red make green? Yellow and red make green? No. You know we're testing this, right? Yellow and red make orange. Where's red? I'll use the same color, but I'm not going to take it out of there. Grape yellow. Blue and yellow, I know. All right, 1 drop of red onto the yellow. Yeah, Sparky, we're orange. That's orange if I've ever seen orange. Now you just turned my whole cleaner orange. All right, I'm going to spin this around and we're going to go with the bright yellow. Let's see how far this takes us. So I wish I would have known this. I should have went white instead of gray. I'll put all those away later. I have no choice. I have to thin this down, but looks pink on my screen. That's the orange. That's not pink. That's the red we were using. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is this thing coming out so much today? My thinner is just splurting all over the place. So my problem with this yellow, although I do like the color, it takes a while to break it down. And no matter if it's thinned or not thinned, it doesn't cover very well. In order to use this thing, you've got to put at least 7 or 8 coats of it on the model in order to get a true bright yellow color. And I know this from the cab company that I built years ago at Nisi. It took me forever to paint that building to get it that bright yellow. So here we go. This is for Sparky. That's just too watery. That's too watery. Too thin. Too thin. Way too thin. See if we can beef it up a little bit. Add some more pigment. Is there anything, I mean, obviously without adding, more pigment, more paint, or, whatever to your model, is there such a thing as a paint thickener? Like we all use thinner to thin out our paints. Is there anything that you can use if you've thinned out? Note to self, put thinner first. I thought about that, but if you put the thinner first, then you're just going to have to add a whole bunch of paint later. I mean, again, listen, I'm not, if that's the way you do it, that's the way you do it. All right, we're going to have to let that sit and dry. I might be able to help that along. All right. I'm going to use the handy dandy heat dryer thingy, so I'm going to put you guys on mute for a minute. All right. See if we could do another layer here. Sparky, all in all, I think we might be able to just get your trash can done tonight. If nothing else, this trash can will be done. Oh, Artie. You can't say that here. Rita was busy. Nice. All right, just because I know that there's kids that watch this show, Artie, do me a favor and remove that from chat. We all saw it. We all read it. We all laughed. You know, to be honest, I probably don't have to get this thing perfectly covered, because if I go and rust it up, it's not like it's going to be a perfect trash can anyway. But you see what I mean with this? Like you've got to do this like 5 or 6 times. At least. All right. Let's let that sit and dry for a minute. I'm going to go back to the red, put another coat on onto the mailbox. And then I think if we forgot to wipe off my brush. Way too much paint on there. So the one thing we've learned is Rick is not the most amazing painter. Don't have to paint the back that's getting glued on a building. And that's the one thing that I always forget is if you primed it with a rust color, you could save the weathering. That's true. That's true. I don't think I have a rust color. I mean, so here's my problem. The paint, the primer that I use, I think is excellent. I think it does a great job, and it holds the next color of paint very well. When I'm working with metal parts, which most of these are, I find that the acrylic paint doesn't stick as well without the primer first. So I don't have a rust colored primer. I mean, I'm sure I could find one, unless you guys know of a way of making an acrylic primer. I have no problem trying that. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, it does, unless you can help it along. And my little heat thingy will help it along. I think yellow is a challenge in any type of paint. Yeah, I would agree to that. Oh, check this out. Oh, I think I just made a really cool mistake. I got the heat gun too close to the barrel. Look how it warped the barrel. And I absolutely love it. I'm not going to do it again, but that is really cool. It's all the happy accidents that I make here on the Phelps Bailey Model Railroad. That is cool. So I did see, and I can't remember who did it. I think it might have been Digger Evans. Someone did something similar to a gondola car, and they used a heat gun or a hair dryer to purposely mess up a gondola car and make it look like it's, you know, weathered and bruised and battered. Wow, I absolutely love that. I'm in awe by it. Okay, let's get some. We're getting close. We got like 5 minutes left, guys. My yellow is spewing out all over the place here because I didn't put the cap back on. Sparky, what do you think of your trash can? And the black around the top rim. Black around the top rim. Okay. All right. We're gonna do black around the top rim. Where's my black? My trusted black here. 5 minutes. I got dishes and track work to do. All right. We don't need much of this, so we're just going to do a dab here. 1 dollop. Whoop. Wait. When you say the top rim, do you mean the entire top ring, or you want the entire top ring done? Now it's a fire barrel. Oh. Do you want the top ring? Sparky, answer me. Okay. Like that? And then I think some rust on it and we'll be in business. I am going to thin down the black here and try and make a quick wash out of it. More. In case you're wondering, I'm just dipping it off screen into my cleaner, which is just water. Need more. Wait, I have a bottle of water. All right. I'm going to do the mailbox first because I don't want to screw up. I don't want to screw up Sparky's barrel. Okay, here we go. A little more than I wanted, but hang on. Just dabbing off the paintbrush. All right, Sparky, what do you think of that? Let's get. Oh, I have. Hold on. No, I would have to spin that. Hold on. Right, this is oxide orange. No, red oxide. Red oxide. Now, you want this a little thicker than normal, so I didn't add a whole lot of thinner. Sorry, I'm ignoring chat. Sparky's got me on a move here. He says, awesome. All right. Now, earlier I was working with a sponge already in my tweezers. I need some water. Not bad. Yeah, I got one empty area in the paint tray. We got to fill that up with something. I got yellow paint all over my hand. Makes it look like I just had some fun time with Big Bird. There you go, Artie. I made an adult joke. Oh, you know what? I needed the black. I needed the black for I think the paint thinned out on me while we were waiting. And it's not really a brick color. No, I'm going to have to redo that because that just looks like a red wash. Well, we'll do that. Looks like we'll be doing another show on this whole thing. Yeah, I couldn't think of another. What color are you going to do the cinder blocks? Well, the cinder blocks are going to stay gray, just the way they are, or at least that's what I was told by chat. All I'm going to do is try to move around. That was nasty. Wait, I'm nasty and Artie's not nasty? My gosh. Yeah, another show. So we'll have one more. I'll get the trim done on there. We may not have another show. I'm going to try and get all these taken care of and actually get on the building. So the next show will be showing you guys the building. We still have to put the hoist on and the string. And I don't have any people. My people are all in storage. So I can't put a person on here, but I will when it gets on the layout. But I'll try and get all this stuff done and get it onto the building. And then I'll show you the building. And then maybe the next time that we do a live, which will be 2 Fridays from now, I was referring to Rick's Big Bird comment. Yeah. So 2 weeks from now on a Friday, I don't remember the date off the top of my head. Well, wait a minute. If I'm on the 14th, then that means 13, 12. So the 12th will be my next live show. Maybe we'll do some, I'll save some weathering. How about that? I'll save some weathering for the building. And then maybe we can get into doing Bob's building. I have to talk to Bob about something first before I do Bob's building. Because I don't want to do it a traditional way. So let me decide on that first. And I'll talk to Bob and then we'll go from there and see if that's going to be our next kit. Or if we move on to something else, who knows? Let's jump back over here to the main cam so I could say thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you. Wait, I got to get my microphone over here for Sparky. Hold on, turn this. All right. Now we're in the microphone. Thank you guys for all being here. I appreciate it all. Thank you again to my, moderators for helping me out with the show and taking care of chat and keeping everything running smooth as always. We're going to jump over here to the outro real quick. I'll see you guys in a few weeks. There's a video right over there to your right. There's a playlist that's right down there to the corner. And right below me is that like and subscribe button. Guys, don't forget, thumbs up. Have a good one. See you in 2 weeks.